Now, here's a little story that was told to me by a friend of mine back in high school. I'm sure he doesn't want to be associated with it anymore, but it's a pretty good story, and I think I've kind of remembered it over the years. I've told it a few times. Now, if you've heard this, you be sure and stop me, okay? This is a story about a little boy named Archibald S. Holbrook. Now, Archibald went to school up in New York City, and he was pretty BMOC, big man on campus. He was ruling his own roost, and everybody knew who he was, and everybody respected him. But once he had established his wonderful reputation for himself, his parents decided to move out to the upstate New York, where he attended a very small school. And it was really not something that he was used to, and he didn't really know how to handle it at first, but he said, well, I was okay in the big city. I can sure take care of these locals up here. So he went into class the first day all puffed up, walking in looking pretty important. He sat down, but of course the teacher'd been around for a while, and she pegged him for what he was the minute he walked into that class. So as soon as the class was assembled, she decided she was going to put him in his place. And she called on him to stand up the very first moment the bell rang, and she said, "You, stand up." Well, Archibald stood up. He said, "What is your name?" He says, "Archie." She said, "Well, that wasn't very polite. What is your name?" He says, "Archie, ma'am." He said, "Well, we don't want to go by your nickname. What is your full name?" He said, "Well, my name is Archibald S. Holbrook, ma'am." She said, "Well, that's really no way to give your name. It's your first day in class. Nobody knows who you are. I want you to spell out your name syllable by syllable, pronounce each syllable, and make it clear so that everybody understands what your name is. You understand that?" He said, "Well, no, ma'am, I don't really think I do understand that." "All right, sit down." So he sat down, and she turned around, and she looked at her best student. She said, "You, Willie Lee Robinson, stand up and show him how to give your name the right way." Oh, Willie Lee Robinson, man, he's the smart guy in the class. He stands up, he says, "Yes, ma'am, my name is Willie Lee Robinson. W-I-L-L is your will, I-E is your E is your Willie, L-E-E is your Lee is your E Lee is your Willie Lee, R-O-B is your Rob, is your Lee Rob, is your E Lee Rob, is your Willie Lee Rob, I-N is your N, is your Robin, is your Lee Robin, E Lee Robin, is your Willie Lee Robin, S-O-N is your son, is your N son, is your Robinson, is your Lee Robinson, is your E Lee Robinson, is your Willie Lee Robinson. Teacher, my name is Willie Lee Robinson." And he sat down. So the teacher looks over and says, "Okay, you, Archibald, stand up." Archibald stood up. "Now, I want you to give your name that way. Let me hear you." He says, "Well, I'm not real sure I can do that." He said, "Well, you're going to give it a try. You're going to go to the principal's office the first day. You understand me?" He said, well, Archie, he didn't want to go to the principal's office on the first day, so he figured I'd want to wait a little bit before I get in real trouble. So, what the heck, give it a try. He says, "All right. Teacher, my name is Archibald S. Holbrook. A-R-C-H, your arch. I is your eye, is your arch eye. B-A-L-D is your bald, is your eyebald, is your archibald. S is your ass, your bald ass, your eyebald ass, your archibald ass. H-O-L is your hole, is your asshole, is your bald asshole, is your eyebald asshole, is your archibald asshole. B-R-O-K is your broke, is your hole broke, is your asshole broke, is your bald asshole broke, is your eyebald asshole broke, is your archibald asshole broke. Teacher, my name is Archibald S. Holbrook." And he sat down.